Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another video on Fresh Cuts Lim. And today we're doing another reaction to Death Battle. This is Master Chief versus Doomslayer, Halo versus Doom Death Battle. And I am excited for this because I cannot wait to figure out who's going to win. However, I'm going to go and say that I think Doom is going to win just because the Doom guy is fighting demons. He's in like hell and stuff. It's insane. And Master Chief is just kind of, you know, fighting some aliens, and he doesn't do the intense stuff that the Doom guy does. And I'm just going to say that I think the Doom guy is probably going to win. But yeah, with that being said, let's begin.
It's me, John, and Doomslayer. This fight!
Oh, heck yeah. 3D battle.
Versus Doomslayer, the super soldier and the demon destroyer of Doom. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Born in the distant year of 2511, John grew up in a normal space colony many light years from Earth. However, John was anything but normal. He was different from the other boys.
It feels like this is leading up to like an, you know, some kind of like autism diagnosis or something like that. He's different from the other boys. I feel like they could have said that, you know, regarding myself.
Taller, stronger, meaner. Which is why the brilliant Dr. Halsey chose him for her great experiment, the Spartan 2 program. Well, he wasn't just chosen, he was kidnapped, replaced by a dying clone so nobody would know. Newly conscripted into the United Nations Space Command as John 117, he
Is this actually the lore behind Master Chief? I didn't know that.
Was only 6 years old. He wasn't the only one. Him and 74 other kids got shoved into the deadliest summer camp ever, going through intense training to be molded into child soldiers. Cause you can't spell infantry without infant. The training tore away John's
Facts, big facts.
identity. He couldn't remember his family. He couldn't remember his home. He couldn't even remember his full name. All that mattered was the game. The mission. And boy, was he good at it, learning all sorts of military history.
What is this stuff from in the first place? Is this from like some kind of like cartoon show? What is this?
Tactics, leadership, and best of all, weapons. 8 years later, he was finally prepared for the augmentation process that would make him superhuman. Augmentation which almost half of his peers did not survive, and even more were left permanently disfigured. Hey, he's got this. How bad could it be? The biochemical and biomechanical process was extraordinary. Hormones.
Did they just put him in like a freaking crop top or one of those like sports bras? What was that?
And protein complexes boosted his muscle growth to an inhuman scale. His senses were surgically enhanced by rewiring his brain and capillaries. Carbide ceramic was grafted to his skeleton to make his bones nearly unbreakable.
What? I didn't know any of this lore behind him. So actually, maybe Doomslayer is gonna have quite a battle on his hands.
His nervous system was literally shocked into reacting 300% faster at all times. And with a little luck, John was torn apart and rebuilt as something new. A Spartan! Hey, the process is messed up, but you can't argue with the results. And it wasn't long before he earned the rank of Master Chief Petty Officer. Time to fight some crazy aliens! And he has the gear to take on a whole army by himself. Oh yeah, the M85C assault rifle can fire.
See, so far, like I think, because I've played a bunch of the Doom games, and they're fun, but I think the Doom lore is probably crazier than this. I vaguely remember some of it, and if I'm correct, I don't think he's completely human.
650 rounds in a minute. The M6R is nicknamed the Spartan Laser for a reason, and can blow up tanks with a single beam of light. He's got a semi-auto rocket launcher with a lock-on feature, and if you're as lucky as John, a jumping feature. Oh, don't get me started on that beautiful, beautiful pistol. Good times. Plus, he's picked up a number of enemy weapons over the years. The Covenant's charging plasma pistol, homing needler, and sticky plasma grenades add whole new strategies to Master Chief's combat style. And the weapons from the Banished basically shoot big, scary spikes at people. Kind of hardcore. Unless he finds the energy sword or gravity hammer first, then he's gonna jump in swinging. Come on, you know everyone goes for the sword.
Yeah, but those aren't like, if he's going against the Doomslayer, that weapon, that sword, is not going to be, that shouldn't be found wherever they're fighting, because that's not something that he's just equipped with. That's like saying, oh, if he finds a nuke, he's gonna win. Well, it's probably the same with the Doomslayer too, right? But they're not equipped with that. They should not have that taken into the equation of whether they're gonna win or not.
Of the 135 plus weapons he's carried, the tech of the Forerunners may be his most impressive find. Ionized particle weapons, slip space portal generators, and shields made of extremely durable hard light. In fact, by tapping into a Forerunner ship he was on, a massive amount of that very hard light formed a shield strong enough to save him from a point-blank 30 megaton nuclear warhead.
What?
It annihilated a whole starship, and Chief was just fine, floating around in space like he's chilling at the pool. I guess it helps that he's wearing armor so badass it's named after Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Well, the Mjolnir armor improves his strength and...
I didn't know that's what his armor was called. Like, I've played Halo, a couple of the Halo games, but I'm talking years ago, like on the first Xbox. So I have not played it in so long, I don't remember much.
and speed even more, has energy shields to block incoming fire, and fills his wounds with medical biofoam. He's got a grappling hook, cause who doesn't, and thrusters so he can fly. Well, kind of.
Spartans in armor have dodged laser fire from the Type 50 beam rifle, and Master Chief has pushed himself to run 66 miles per hour, matching the top speed of a cheetah.
And he's strong enough to flip the 66-ton Scorpion tank, and even an elephant.
What? Why would he throw an elephant?
No.
Why not when you can?
Oh, Wiz, not the animal, though he could definitely suplex the hell out of one of those if he wanted to. I'm talking about that behemoth of a mega truck that moves like 2 miles an hour. Even the game wonders how Chief can flip that 200-ton beast.
He can access other equipment with the Mjolnir armor, like invisible.
It's good that you reference that the game says that, because if it's just like a bug and he's able to do it, then I don't think you should be able to use that in a calculation. But since the game references it, then they acknowledge that he can. So that's kind of like, that's a lore that's acceptable.
Visibility, speed boosts, extra shields, and even 10 seconds of total invincibility. But even without those, the armor is strong enough to survive re-entering the Earth's atmosphere and crashing to the ground.
The moment we all realized just how tough this guy really is. Tough enough to end the war with the Alien Covenant almost single-handedly. He was so scary, the aliens even started calling him the Demon.
You'd think he wouldn't still be a petty officer after that. If anyone deserves a raise, it's him.
Oh, Master Chief.
The more I learn about Master Chief's abilities, I'm thinking he might actually win. Just like if his armor's that strong, then I don't know what Doomslayer is going to be able to do to defeat that armor. Because the Doomslayer doesn't have that much armor. Like, he's pretty exposed on his arms and whatnot. However, I don't think he's completely human, but it seems like whatever he is, I don't know if that's going to be able to, get through the armor.
Petty officer is the highest rank for enlisted recruits. A commissioned officer isn't as active in the field. Kinda defeats the whole point of being a super soldier, right?
Makes sense. And he wasn't totally alone in this. He had the help of an onboard artificial intelligence system based on the mind of Dr. Halsey herself, Cortana.
She's the one that everyone had a crush on.
God, everything comes with AI these days. This one's different, though. Or, wait, maybe not. Is anyone horny for Alexa?
Cortana can hack other AIs, even those designed by far more advanced civilizations. She is constantly tracking enemies, can guide large-scale battles, and even process the entirety of human knowledge in less than 2 hours. ChatGPT could never.
I mean, Chief isn't too far from an emotionless robot himself. How's
Just you wait for quantum computing. Can you imagine how powerful AI is going to be once it's in a quantum computer? Oh, it's going to be so dangerous.
he made him like that?
Sort of. He's a force to be reckoned with, but John lost a lot of himself along the way. As luck would have it, and John is
like his
quite
bones?
lucky, Cortana proved herself a dear friend. Even when she started her villain arc and exploded. But it's okay, he just got a new one.
Kind of ironic how the artificial chick based on the woman who destroyed his life would bring back his sense of humanity.
But no matter who or what he has on his side, the Master Chief is no mere hero of Earth, but
There's some epic music.
of the galaxy.
Whether or not he starts a fight, you can be damned sure he'll finish it.
Okay, so what is the most important things here? One, his bones are pretty much unbreakable, but that doesn't mean the rest of him isn't. Two, the armor is what is keeping him alive, I think. If he didn't have the armor, I think he'd be screwed. So, the question is, can the Doomslayer's weapons and abilities destroy the armor of Master Chief? And that I do not know.
2 dark moons circle the red planet of Mars. Phobos, named for the Greek god of fear, and Deimos, inspired by the god of dread.
Sounds like the perfect place for portals to the burning abyss.
As demons swarm the Martian moon of Phobos, only one man survived to tell the tale and push the demons back to the pits of hell.
He was a space marine until he refused an order.
Wait a minute, he's over 1,000 years old? Frick, I must have missed that in the lore. Can run on anything, likes pet rabbit, or his pet rabbit. What the skateboarding? Skateboarding.
Order to fire on civilians. He was an engineer until his base was overrun by demons. He owned a cute pet rabbit named Daisy until those demons murdered her, pissing him off so much even the Hulk would be jealous.
What?
This impossible man was known as, well, nobody really knows. He's a mystery, a symbol of both death and hope. So we just call him
Doom Guy! Oh yeah! There's a reason why my leg is the same super shotgun he's got. And now you can get your own super shotgun on me, where it belongs.
What is that?
My U2, stupid! It's just like me, except 8.2 times more huggable.
Because the shotgun doesn't randomly go off?
Yeah, right, I hope not. But this is a one-time thing. Once they sell out, they're gone. So hurry up. I said hurry up, Wiz!
Okay, I'll get one.
Are YouTubes like Funko Pops?
Going to anyway, the quality is immaculate.
Anyway, Doom Guy! Oh, he's so freaking cool! He scrounged up a slew of weapons from who knows where and got down to some good old-fashioned running and gunning.
I have not played like the original Doom, so are we going to be using more of the more recent lore, or all of it?
Rifles, shotguns, flamethrowers, plasma guns, rocket launchers, chainsaws, and a frankly terrifying looking grappling hook.
The Unmaker is a celestial supergun, shooting beams of light that take down demons in one shot.
Only rivaled by the incredible feat of technology that is the BFG 9000.
Don't sugarcoat it, Wiz.
This thing was a good gun. Also, I can't wait for the new Doom to come out.
That's the big fucking gun! A single plasma shot from this beauty can annihilate everything in front of Doom Guy instantly. It's like a handheld mini atom bomb launcher. It's also the power source for the BFG 10,000, a massive weapons platform that blasted a hole through Mars.
And so, Doom Guy discovered his life's mission, to kill every demon, ever. No, really, he is absolutely obsessed with slaughtering demons, like an addict.
And look at him go! Oh yeah, that's addictive. He killed demons on Phobos. He killed demons on Deimos. He killed demons on Earth. He even killed demons in hell.
The sheer scale of demonic violence changed him, breaking him down into a living weapon.
Good thing he got some time to...
That's why I think therapy is important, you know? Don't let all the anger build up. Now, although I really like the Doom games, I don't know if these weapons are enough to take out Master Chief. Because Master Chief, they have crazy weapons, but his armor is so strong. I don't know.
himself to grind some rails, chill with Isabel, and visit the faraway world of Argent de Nerve. Well, for all of about 10 seconds before he was thrown into a coliseum. Naturally, he was the best fighter there. He even joined and trained with the Night Sentinels, an elite fighting force.
And then hell showed up on that planet too.
Man, my guy really can't catch a break, can he?
While most people would be terrified of demons showing up to murder them, something had shifted. Doomguy wasn't scared of the demons.
He looks forward to this.
The demons were scared of him. Hellwalker, they called him. The Beast, the Unchained Predator. But his time with the Night Sentinels solidified a new moniker, one that would strike terror throughout the Dark Realm. Doom Slayer.
Imagine being those demons, excited to invade a whole new world far away from that helmeted freak who killed you last time, just to stumble onto him all over again. I'd be scared too. The Slayer is like a fusion dance of Jason Voorhees and the goddamn Terminator. He's always coming up with new
Look at this weapon. This weapon's in the new game. I can't wait to play the new game. This looks so cool.
ways to kill demons, but my fave is the blazing sword called the Crucible.
The Crucible is powered by Argent energy, sort of like a fuel for hell. Completely charged, it can power all of Earth for up to 8 months. Granted, much of Earth had been decimated at that point, but it's future technology, so it probably evens out. By taking the average annual consumption of Earth and narrowing it down to 2/3,
Too much math. I'm thinking he's not going to win. This is looking worse and worse for him.
given the 8 months time, thereby multiplying it by 0.666, how fitting, we can conclude that the Crucible's full charge outputs over 53 quadrillion joules of energy, giving an output of approximately 157 trillion kilowatt hours.
That's enough to power like ChatGPT for like 2 days. That's crazy. Now, you know how when Master Chief, like, he had that shield put on him or whatever, and then he got blasted by an insane amount of power? What I'm thinking is that, can that compare to this? Because I don't remember the amount of power that he got blasted by. You know, is he able to survive if they're going head to head? Is that going to be taken into consideration where he's able to get this power up that makes him invincible? Because like that's kind of cheap. But if he is, you know, is this sword able to give enough power to take him out? I don't know.
Yeah, big number, that's nice, but the Slayer just uses the Crucible to blow shit up. Even without it, he can fight specters, which are totally invisible to most people. He's strong enough to knock around these enormous steel blocks like nothing, and can even take down titans with his bare hands. Titans that can be 1,000 feet tall. Is this guy even human?
Those on Earth might not think so. He's not just a
I thought he wasn't. I thought there was some lore to this and that he isn't completely human.
hero of the people. Some believe he's more.
Like a religion, like a god.
Well, hang on. We know he's human because we know his ancestry. Doomguy is the great-grandson of B.J. Blazkowicz from the Wolfenstein games.
Really? I didn't know that. I freaking love the Wolfenstein games. They're great. I thought he had something like done to him that makes him not human anymore. Am I wrong?
Which means Doomguy's father
Oops, didn't mean to pause.
is the one and only Commander Keen.
I don't know. That just makes him even more mysterious.
Regardless, the Slayer has plenty of upgrades, power-ups, and rune enhancements that make him seem superhuman, like speeding up his perception of time, turning partially invisible, or even becoming completely invulnerable for 30 seconds. But don't get it wrong, the Slayer is not invincible. While his
But the real men take the medicine, but the real men need the runes that make them vulnerable for 30 seconds. Feelings.
His rage makes him an unstoppable force of fury. It consumes him. He's less a precise weapon and more like setting loose a bull in a china shop. If the bull was also strapped to 8 swinging wrecking balls and a rocket-powered steamroller.
The Praetor suit may be an ancient relic,
All right, this is important. We got to find out how, protective this suit is.
but it's also the most advanced set of armor in the universe and totally indestructible. Oh,
Okay, it's totally indestructible. So that makes him and Master Chief have, it makes them closer head to head, I guess.
and Assassin's Creed guy wishes he had a wrist knife as epic as the Doom Blade.
Back in his Doomguy days, he relied on mega armor that could half all damage. Now, his Praetor suit can withstand Argent Plasma, the same energy that powers the Crucible. He can even tank actual meteors.
Or he'll just dodge the meteors, because he's fast enough to outrun rockets
I'm
from
as
a
fast as
rocket
F-Boy.
launcher.
He also has some help in the form of Vega, an AI he found overseeing mining operations on Mars. While Vega was not originally designed for combat scenarios, it is proficient in hacking and technical know-how. Vega can even create portals to alternate dimensions, including Hell itself.
It's like pizza
That's a good way to escape if you need a backup plan.
delivery, but for demons. Of course, that just makes it easier for Doomslayer to chainsaw them all in half.
And time works differently in Hell. The Slayer may technically be human, but his rage evolved him, turning him into something more.
Well, because you said he's like 1,000 years old or something. I don't think you're not gonna get that old being solely just human.
And then he was literally blessed with immortality. Yeah, he can still technically die, but he no longer ages. So he's been killing demons for dozens, no hundreds, no thousands of years.
However, it turns out the Slayer was all part of a grander story. For Vega was actually the remnant of an ancient god.
God is an AI? Okay, the inevitable robot takeover is gonna go way harder than I thought.
And Vega's ultimate enemy was the Dark Lord of Hell. He has many names: Davoth, Satan, the Devil, the true first being who created all of existence.
But he's the master of all demons, the most demon-y demon of demons. And we all know what the Slayer does to demons. Say it with me now. Rip and tear! Oh yeah!
Wait, why does the devil look like the Doomslayer?
Oh, I think he wanted to take a form known for pure destruction. You see, Doom is in many ways a surreal postmodern story that is up to the plate.
What game is this from? Is this from the 2016 one or the 2020 one? Because I've played both, and I don't remember this part.
Player's interpretation.
Right.
Also, killing evil wannabe Doom guy in a mech suit from hell is just badass.
The Doomslayer had fulfilled his purpose. He'd slain the Dark Lord, decimated demonkind, and trapped whatever scraps remained behind the closed gates of hell. And so, like an ancient weapon of prophecy,
Are those cat people?
the Slayer was sealed away, ready to awaken at humanity's call when the fires open again.
All hail the Slayer, the Destroyer. He is more than a man. He is Doom.
The only weak thing I think about his armor, even though it's indestructible, is that you have parts of your flesh exposed if you wear it. Like you have your arms and stuff. So that I think is a weak point. But it sounds like it's actually, if it is indestructible, it's equivalent or stronger than Master Chief's. So then the question is, who's going to win? And I don't know. If their armor's equal, then I can take that out of the equation, right? So then what leaves, it's just weapons. Weapons are the only thing left. I'm thinking I'm going to lean towards the Doomslayer because the weapons that Doomslayer has seem to be pretty impressive. I'm just not sure if that suit that Master Chief is wearing is actually going to protect him from everything that Doomslayer has. Anyway, let's go.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Yeah, get it.
I'm not detecting enemy forces. Perhaps they left?
You tell me.
You sure demand a lot from a girl. Wait, around the corner. Be ready.
How do they make this?
Enemy located. Combat will likely be necessary.
Well, isn't he astute?
Man, can't we just talk this out like gentlemen? Oh, snap.
Portal detected.
Who brings a chainsaw to a gunfight?
I think the problem here is that you brought a gun to a chainsaw fight. Is it cutting through the gun? Oh, snap. Okay, we need to get out of this environment. We need to, like, we need them to go into the portal because it's way too confined of a fighting space. This is ridiculous. Oh, he's got it. Does he come equipped with the sword? As I said, I have not played Halo in a long time. I thought he didn't come equipped with that sword. Like, that's not something that he comes equipped with. You know, the Doomslayer has a ton of weapons. But if that weapon does not come equipped with Master Chief, like if that's not something that's his, like if it's an alien weapon, like why is he just able to summon it and use it?
Chief, watch your six!
Oh, now we're going into the... Yeah, here we go. That's what I want to see. A little bigger of an arena. Now, you see, the Doomslayer and Master Chief both take out invading forces, right? But the Doomslayer's enemies are a lot crazier compared to, I think, Halo's. Like, they're a lot bigger and, you know, like these 1,000-foot monsters and it's insane stuff. So that leads me to believe that the weapons that the Doomslayer is using might be a little bit more advanced than what Master Chief's using, because the weapons have to be advanced enough to take out these big creatures and whatnot. So maybe the Doomslayer's weapons are a little bit better, but I'm not sure.
You are surrounded.
It's my lucky day. Or are they just gonna keep working together? Become friends in the end? Maybe they'll share a beer after?
What the hell just happened? I'll see what I can do about that annoying AI.
Do it. I'll finish this fight. I can no longer detect the enemy. Systems complete.
Ah, dang. This is friggin' epic. How do they animate this? There's no way you're using Blender to animate this. I mean, you might be, but I don't think so. It would take way too long to render. What was that even? Oh boy. All right, now we got the two weapons against each other, because that's all that's fighting here, right? These two seem to be quite evenly matched in terms of their protective abilities from their armor. So it's just the weapons that are going at each other.
Chief, still with me?
Now look what you did. You created a black hole. I think that penetrated the armor, didn't it? Like that went into through. That's why it's holding him. It went into and there's blood. Maybe that armor isn't as good as I was thinking. Oh no! That's sick. That's a sick shot to end on. My goodness. I love it.
And low.
I'm actually glad that this is the ending, because I was initially expecting this to be the ending, but as I learned of how strong Master Chief's armor was, I became skeptical of my initial expectation. But it looks like I was right. And I guess the armor didn't hold up in the end. As I was saying, I think Doomslayer's weapons have to be insane, because they have to deal with such craziness that, you know, Master Chief's weapons don't have to. Master Chief just has to shoot out some aliens, but Doomslayer has to deal with these insane things, so I think the weapons have to be a lot more hyper, you know, stronger or whatever. So this makes sense, and I'm happy this is the ending, because this is kind of what I wanted. And I also am a bigger Doom fan than a Halo fan.
Oh, our avenging angel has triumphed, for he is Doom. Amen.
There's a lot going on here, so let's break this down, starting with
The AI, I wouldn't even count the AI. The AI didn't like help at all in this fight. That's stupid.
physical stats. Being a genetically enhanced super soldier, you'd probably expect the Master Chief to take the edge here.
Wrong! Chief can outrun a cheetah moving 66 miles per hour. The Slayer can outrun a rocket zooming almost 8 times faster.
Master Chief can
What?
flip the 200-ton elephant platform. The Slayer can fling around these massive steel cubes, which each measure to over 400 tons.
He can take
How would you figure that out?
down titans with his bare hands.
That's what I'm saying is the crazy part, is that, yeah, Doomslayer's got some crazy strength. Then this makes more sense than those cubes. What if the cubes are hollow?
So it adds up. If this came down to a fist fight, he'd just punch Chief's head off.
Stats may go to the Doomslayer, but Master Chief has one trick the Slayer can't beat, his AI.
Yeah, Vega may be God repackaged as Siri, but Cortana is clearly the more dangerous computer pal.
Cortana was designed for combat encounters and battle planning. Vega,
But it didn't do anything. That whole video that you showed, the AI didn't have, like, any help. I think maybe opening the portal and Master Chief using it to, like, I don't know what the frick, electrocute him or whatever. The only things they did, which is, it's basically nothing.
oversaw a mining facility. Granted, Vega's nothing to laugh at, but Cortana's kind of famous for hacking ancient all-knowing technology on multiple occasions. And even if you want to argue Chief should have the weapon instead, she's still a copy of Cortana.
And when it comes to experience, Chief likely has more consistent training. Becoming a super soldier and one-man army is basically all he did since he was was a child.
Okay, you're comparing this to someone who has over 1,000 years of experience fighting demons. So this person, Master Chief might have had 20, 30 years of experience all the time, and that's a lot of experience. But compare that to someone who's been fighting, demons for thousands of years. I think that, I think the Doomslayer is going to have an edge there.
The Slayer may seem like a rampaging bull consumed by rage, and he is, but he was also a Marine and trained with the Night Sentinels.
And since time in hell gets wacky, he fought demons non-stop for thousands of years.
Exactly. So he's definitely had a lot of experience.
Given the sheer variety of enemies, battles, and wars Master Chief has experienced, it's a tough call, but we think fighting demons for so long tips the scale to the Slayer.
Not
As well as the size of them. Because, in here it showed, like, you got those big, massive ones, and as well as crazy different powerful leveled ones. That I think definitely is a lot more powerful and a lot more dangerous than the aliens that Master Chief has to fight.
that it matters much, because we're on to the last and best category, arsenals. From weapons to power-ups, both Chief and the Slayer had a ton of stuff they could bring into the battle.
Both had means to turn invisible or shield themselves from damage. Both had suits that could withstand extreme heat and intense hits. And both had so many weapons.
Technically, Master Chief had a greater variety of weaponry, but when it comes to sheer destructive power, the Slayer had him beat.
Was that because what I was thinking? The weapons that Doomslayer uses have to be extremely powerful in order to take out the enemies that he's dealing with?
Maker can match the Spartan laser's light speed without having to worry about charging up, and nothing on Chief's belt can match the raw power of the BFG.
Still, Master Chief did use a hard light
Big fat green.
shield to survive a point-blank 30 megaton bomb. However, Cortana was siphoning power from the Forerunner ship they were on to make that shield.
So he wouldn't just have that ability on him at all times.
So it was a very specific circumstance not easily replicated. And it's clear that without the shield, he would have been obliterated.
Even if he could replicate it, Doomguy had the weaponry to break through. Take the Crucible.
Remember, the Crucible holds power equivalent to 157 trillion kilowatt hours, which
See, that is a huge number, but it's also, when you're comparing that to the thing that Master Chief survived, I don't know how that compares.
directly converts to 90 gigatons of TNT. Even if you divided that power between the Crucible's 3 charges, a single swing from that sword is, at minimum, 1,000 times more powerful than that nuke.
Wow, okay. That puts it into perspective. That's nuts.
The Slayer gets the final nail in Arsenal, as he just had the better odds of actually taking the Chief down.
As much as Chief tried to master the situation, he was doomed. Slay, King!
The winner is the Doomslayer.
I'm happy with this ending. I'm happy with this ending. It makes sense to me, and it's what I initially thought. I wonder how they animated that battle. It was actually really sick. But anyway, hope you guys like this. I think this is awesome, and I'm happy with the end result. Well, I think we should all just get along. But yeah, make sure you go subscribe to Death Battle if you're new and subscribe. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.
You go without me. I know someone is waiting for me. I know that you're the one. How could you not?